Well, it's that time of year, a time for giving, a time for generosity. Baseball critics have also been in the giving mood, as in giving the Mariners organization a lot of crap. Ownership isn't spending enough money. Why did management make that move? Why isn't management making more moves, spending more money? Well, let's start right there. Spending millions on players doesn't guarantee success. You know that, I know that, and no one knows that more than the New York Mets, who spent a league-leading $344 million last season and finished with the fourth worst record in the National League. On the flip side, 6 teams spent less on payroll than the Mariners last season and made the playoffs, led by the Baltimore Orioles, who spent just $71 million, nearly $60 million less than the Mariners. It's about spending money wisely. We all make financial mistakes, blowing money on things we don't need or buying something on the cheap that breaks or doesn't fit. The latter fits the Mariners. They spent money on players who broke or didn't fit. They gave Robbie Ray a 5-year, $115 million contract. He posted a 12-12 record in his first season and broke 1 game into his second season, having to undergo Tommy John surgery. The Mariners gave fellow pitcher Luis Castillo 5 years, $108 million. And the big one is the deal for Julio Rodriguez. 12 years, $210 million, with the potential to max out at $470 million. The Mariners spend money. They're in the middle of baseball's payroll pack at $127 million. The league average was $165 million last season, which is somewhat warped, with the Mets, Yankees, and Padres combining for $875 million. The Padres reportedly had to take a $50 million loan at the end of the season just to meet payroll obligations. They just offloaded Juan Soto and his $30 million salary to the Yankees, and the two sides are now working on a contract extension. Some say, and yes, I agree, the Mariners should have gone after Soto, whose extension could pay him up to $35 million per season. He's only 25 years old. Money, money, money. Can the Mariners get better by increasing payroll? Sure. But at some point, the current players have to accept responsibility. Seattle's team batting average last season was .242, 22nd out of 30 teams. ESPN's Jeff Passan made the following argument on Seattle Sports Radio. He said the Mariners are in their championship window. They have Julio in his prime, Ray coming back, Castillo, Matt Brash, Anthony Munoz, J.P. Crawford, Ty France, Cal Raleigh. This is when you add talent. But he did say he's not sure where the blame lies. I'm saying there's plenty to spread around. Everybody has a role in the team's success and failures, but sports is a crapshoot. The Mariners and many other teams have histories of spending big money on players with little return on investment. You roll the dice on talent, trying to assemble the best team possible, whether it's through trades, free agency, or the draft. At some point, the guys you have need to play ball. They say pitching and defense wins championships. Well, Mariners pitching had the best ERA in the American League last season. Their defense ranked in the top 5 in fewest errors committed. Check and check. They need offense. We all know it. We also know there are no guarantees when you start writing checks. This team is good enough to win. They entered the final weekend last season with a wild card spot on the line. They need some pieces, but money doesn't always buy happiness.